Okay, first scenario, level 3, before first base, with Kai'Sa Morgana versus Thresh and Heimerdinger. Basically, at level 3 or so, Heimerdinger's pushing power just outmatches Kai'Sa's. There's no way we can sustain pushing the lane, holding the lane sort of around the tower and shoving it into them at this point, so we just have to be content with holding the lane at this side. This coincides nicely with the Lee Sin's back timing. Lee Sin started bot side and then went up to gank top at about 3 minutes. After his base, we'd expect him to go on bot side because of these camps being up. We'd expect these camps to be up because Lee Sin doesn't like clearing any of this on level 1, and he did not secure the scuttle. Rengar secured the scuttle at the first scuttle here, so we'd assume that Lee Sin takes the top side camps and therefore comes to bot side again after his first base. So this ward is kind of a waste because this ward was placed about the time Lee Sin is free to gank top side from his blue buff, and Rengar at this time was in the bot side of the map, clearing scuttle and able to assist if anything would have happened. So at this point, whenever Thresh or Heimerdinger leaves lane, ideally the only place we need a ward is basically going to be this bush, so that I can hug this AD carry, so me, Kai'Sa, can hug this wall and be safe from any Lee Sin gank that comes over that side. Possibly we can try and get a deep ward here so that to avoid a potential lane gank, but I'd say usually you don't need to expect that in lower brackets. And I think playing the lane from this side is nicer when it's in this position, rather than trying to play over here from this. Like, if you ward this bush here, you'd logically play closer to these bushes and you'd hug this side, but against Thresh that gives him more angles. So if he's standing here, say to hook sort of in this direction, while if I'm standing here I can walk straight up and I have sort of Thresh doesn't have the same angles basically to play if I'm on the right hand side or left hand side of the lane. So basically what's going to happen here, we're just going to go through it really quickly. You can see Heimerdinger just continues to get the shove in. Thresh looks for a nice roam timing. I'd say this is a very good roam by him, well timed, but and it's successful as well. When we push out the lane here, Morgana gets the timing for the ward in that bush, and we're basically covering any gank here. Lee Sin gets the scuttle, but of course, because we have the ward here, there is no possibility for him to gank. Lee Sin continues to play bot side at this point, but we just get shoved in. And basically the lane is just not gankable at this spot for the Lee Sin. So this is like after getting a level 1 and 2 shove into their tower, locking the lane here is perfectly acceptable for us. We don't particularly want to fight 3v3. Any 3v3, any gank basically, any time when Lee Sin shows up at any other point in the lane would be favorable. If Lee Sin shows up here, unless we're really low health under the tower, Lee Sin can't really do anything. So this is basically played out exactly how we want to play it. Want to play it out.